Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. In India, we have many titles for God. We call him Paramatma, Prabhu, Bhagwan, Nath, Ishwar, and so on. While the word Paramatma is used largely for the transpersonal God, Param Atma. Atma is soul and Param is the supreme. So Paramatma means the supreme soul or supreme consciousness, and it is sort of transpersonal. Bhagwan means God who has six great qualities: great fame, great might, great wealth, and so on. Nath means the Lord, the owner, and is usually associated with Pashupati Nath, Lord of all the creatures. Prabhu means simply God. But it is the word Ishwar that I want to talk to you about today. I thought of another word, Ichbar, Ichhabar, and tried to understand the meaning of this. We have a word called Ichha. Ichha means desire, and I thought that Ichbar might mean somebody who has the primal desire. Interestingly, in the Shiva Sutras, which are the great revelation of Shiva himself to his rishis in Kashmir, in the Shambhavopaya, which is the Great Awakening, the Sutra number 13 says, Ichha Shakti Uma Kumari. And this sutra basically means that the willpower of a yogi has to be conjoined to the great Shakti, to the great energy of God himself, and therefore the yoga will blossom. Now, Ichha means desire, but such is the magic of the Hindi language that when we add another word, Shakti, with it, Ichha Shakti means willpower. So the sutra means the yogi must make his desire into a willpower to be able to manifest that desire. And now, coming back to the one who desires, is it wrong for yogis to desire? Many spiritual systems say yes, it is wrong for them to desire. But Shaivism, particularly, is very life affirmative, and it feels that desires are what make the play of life go on. But the yogi must be mature to have sagacious desires, desires which help the entire world, entire community, and the desire which has growth for life itself, and thereafter make it into Ichha Shakti, a willpower to see that desire being manifested. It would not be wrong for somebody to desire harmony and happiness and great abundance for everybody. There is also a question: does God desire? And again, there are diverse thoughts about this. A lot of people think and say that God does not desire. But again, Shaivism has a different view. And to talk about that view, I'm going to read out to you a little excerpt from my book, The Yogi and the Snake. So this is a chapter called The Stir. You see, Kashmir Shaivism believes that in the beginning is the transpersonal God, which is pure consciousness, pure energy, Chaitanyam. And it remains like that in itself for eons. Timelessness, which can be actually longer than the age of the universe itself. Who knows? God in itself, in pure energy. But then there is a stir, and that stir is called spandana. That is the technical term for it. And that stir is almost like a divine desire. And so the chapter I am reading out to you is called The Stir. Does God aspire? Asked the snake. Because this book is a dialogue book between the yogi, which is Shiva, and the snake, which is the seeker. Does God aspire? Asked the snake. I had asked you to meditate upon this, said the yogi. They say God cannot desire. This calls for a high spiritual understanding. If God does not desire, there is no need for creation, life, and God itself. The God of no desire can only rest in a void, in the primordial state. Why should he go for the dynamics of creation? The God of no desire would thus be a neutralized force. Such a state of God can last for longer than the age of the universe itself. The yogi was becoming very still. Then there is a stir, and the God of desire begins to vibrate. This vibration is his nature. He always aspires for play and growth. He is not just content with tranquility, as in the state of extreme no-thingness. He needs to manifest, needs to reflect his own power of creation, to put it to use. So, the process of cosmic evolution is still in its infancy, and God is just a baby whose play has just begun. Shiva's mantra is not just Om Shanti. It must culminate in Om Anand, ultimate bliss at all levels of existence. So, the Shaivites say that Ichha, desire, is a good thing inasmuch as it makes you play, grow, and adventure, self-discover. And they do say that in the beginning there was Shiva and he was content in himself, and then his Shakti, his own power to create, did this vibration in him. And he looked at himself and he realized that I am God, I am pure consciousness, I am omnipotent, I can do anything, I can create anything. And then, as the Upanishads tell us, he thought, may I be two, may I be many, and he created the universe. So, Ishwar, the personal God, the one who desired this universe, who desired to create us, is the one, in turn, whom we desire to meet. Who knows, maybe one day face to face. And that is the Leela of Mahadev. I hope you liked this little story. Meet me again here next Monday for yet another story on Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya.